Turks and Caicos health officials have now reached Plan B. Emergency hotlines are open, health educators are ready, and medical professionals are on standby as Director of Medical Services Dr. Rufus Ewing confirmed that there is one suspected case of swine flu in the Turks and Caicos Islands. During a midday press conference, Ewing noted that there are no reports of swine flu outbreaks in the Caribbean, but they are monitoring a local woman with flu-like symptoms who recently traveled to Mexico, the country where the virus has killed over 100 people to date.
There's not been any confirmed case of swine influenza virus in the Turks and Caicos Islands. However, one person meeting the case definition of a suspected case was tested and the results is pending.
That person, according to Dr. Ewing, has been isolated. Ewing noted that there is a 98% chance that they may not have the virus. Ewing says, however, residents must abide by instructions being given by medical officials to lessen the probability of contracting the virus.
1, to avoid non-essential travel to swine flu infected countries. I am saying this because the more persons who travel to these countries, the greater the number of suspected cases we will have of those persons meeting the case definitions. Because we cannot tell the difference through clinical examination between regular seasonal influenza and swine influenza. So some of the only difference we have to separate between these persons and the persons affected with regular flu is your recent travel to countries that are affected.
There have been continued meetings with key stakeholders, members of the Tourist Board, immigration officials, customs, airline carriers, disaster management personnel, and school faculty on the awareness of the pandemic, now escalated to a level 5, according to the World Health Organization. Ewing stated that a needs list has been put forth to the Ministry of Finance.
That Tamiflu is available by prescription, and it will only be prescribed for persons meeting the case definition of a suspected case, a probable case, or a confirmed case, and as prophylaxis in persons who have been in direct contact with persons confirmed with the disease. Tamiflu or its alternative will not be prescribed for persons with regular seasonal influenza who do not meet any of the case definition.
There is a 24-hour period before health officials confirm whether or not the suspected case is that of swine flu. Dr. Ewing noted that medical officials are following the case closely and monitoring persons that may have had contact with that suspected case.
We know just about all of the contact that this person made all of the persons that the person made contact with, and we will deal with that appropriately in terms of following up with those individuals and to see whether or not they have any symptoms and treat them appropriately if necessary.
Medical officials met with school faculty earlier today at the Gustavus Lightbourne Sports Complex. A meeting with health professionals to discuss the way forward will be held tomorrow.
The training of health professionals in the safe and appropriate use of personal protective equipment will be conducted throughout the course of this weekend, and later you can see we have a number of boxes there with personal protective equipment that will be dispensed throughout the islands, the Grand Turk and the other family islands as well.
For WIV4 News, I'm Angie Toussaint.